Sup, Nerdmigos? I'm the Jive talking nerd John Norgrove, and this is Nerd Jive, your tri-weekly nerdy news network. First up, before we get into the news, I wanted to talk just briefly about my mission with this channel. My goal with this channel is to generate open discussions about nerdy news topics and all things in nerddom. If you find an article that interests you or hear a story, message me on Facebook, tweet at me, let me know. My social media is down in the diddly-doo below. I would really like to have an engaged audience. I want to know what your opinion on these things are. I want to know what things interest you, so that way I can report on them. Other than just presenting news on this channel, I'm also going to do occasional deep dives into a single topic, as opposed to a short video about several topics, where we can look more closely at the science of something, or the ideas behind why something happened. In addition to that, I'm going to start doing movie reviews, seeing as how 2017 is going to be chock full of either great movies or terrible, terrible wastes of Hollywood's money. Now, on to the news. The first story of the day, Discovery 2, The Wrath of Kahn. So, Star Trek Discovery has added 2 new cast members to its roster. Doug Jones, who has played Abe Sapien in Hellboy, is going to be playing Lieutenant Saru, a Starfleet science officer of a brand new alien species. And Anthony Rapp from Rent, who will be playing Lieutenant Stamets, an astromycologist, which is just a really fancy way of saying a space fungus expert. The Starfleet science officer, Lieutenant Stamets, played by Rapp, is going to also be the gay character that had been previously mentioned, but so shrouded in mystery. Lastly, there's been a small update to Michelle Yeoh's character. Right? It is confirmed that she's going to be playing the captain of the Shinzo. However, the character she's going to play's name is going to be Captain Giorgio, not Han Bo, as I had mentioned on Monday. We still have no news who's playing number 1, our main character, but we wait with bated breath. What I'm interested in is, who do you think could play number 1? We know it's going to be a female lead, and we know she's going to be the center of this new Star Trek series. So what actress do you think could bring this role to life the best? Next up, Tech Deported. Okay, so I didn't want to talk about politics, seeing as how it only starts arguments. But the potential changes in work visas by President-elect Trump will directly affect the U.S. tech industry, and so it needs to be spoke of. For this story, I'm only going to speak on the information I have found, and try to be as unbiased as humanly possible. But I hope that this can start a conversation in the comments below on what you think we should do, and if you have an opinion that differs from myself, or from President-elect Trump, or from the general consensus, that we can look into this and explore it as a group. Alright, here goes. President-elect Trump has nominated Jeff Sessions for Attorney General. He's a Florida senator known for his immigration opposition. He has also spoke of ending the H-1B visa program. Now, the H-1B visa program is a program for highly skilled, graduate-level work visas. All right. However, the H-1B visa program has recently come under fire this last year when it was discovered that Disney was using it to replace American employees. It was going so far as to have American employees train their foreign replacements. All right. As such, this has become a highly talked about problem when it comes to immigration visas. That all being said, 65% of the H-1B visas issued in 2014 were for people working in the computer and tech industries, as was reported by the U.S. Immigration Services. Now, it's unlikely, from what I've been able to find, that Trump is actually going to outright remove this visa category. It brings in far too much skilled labor, as well as his companies using this. However, it has been theorized that he will make it harder to qualify for one. It may make employers search for U.S. workers before seeking H-1B employees. The Disney case has shown us that we do need to look into this visa category, and it does need reform. But there is still too much up in the air for us to make a definitive decision on the future of this particular visa case. Engadget has a wonderful article deeply explaining Trump's past and present and his relation with these visa categories. If you're interested in learning more about these visas and the effects that it will have on our tech industry as well as on the United States as a whole, I will link it down below in the show notes. Wet Magma. Who'd have thunk it? Alright. Be a planetary scientist. Model formation of the moon's crust. What do you get? Well, you get a global molten ocean of magma. And a little bit more water than you think magma should have it. A recently published article in Nature Geoscience speaks to this effect. Right? The researchers used high-temperature, high-pressure modeling algorithms and the known composition of lunar soil to endeavor to model the surface of the moon. The multi-satellite Grail mission used subtle gravitational differences to estimate the thickness of the lunar crust and came to the finding of somewhere between 34 and 43 kilometers thick. But when they ran the model with the dry lunar soil findings of the Apollo mission, the crust came back at 70 kilometers thick, far thicker than it is according to all of the probes that we have currently. But when they added as little as 1.5 parts per thousand water present in the molten magma, it affected how the minerals solidified and resulted in a 43-kilometer thick crust. A slight addition to that water could drop it all the way down to the 34-kilometer crust, which would give us both extremes in our findings. This means that the impact that caused the Moon-Earth system to form was not so violent as to throw the liquid water off of the minerals when the formation of our system occurred. That's awesome, right? Cat got your robot. Everyone knows that a cat's tongue is rough, but did you know that it's covered in tiny hooks? I sure as hell didn't, and I'm not okay with these tiny house demons roving around with murder tongues. But that's not what I'm here to discuss. This odd Velcro-like spine structure on their tongues is going to be presented on by Alexis Noel at the 69th annual meeting of the American Physical Society's Division of Fluid Dynamics, a meeting that I never heard of before, but am excited to see what the findings are in it. Noel and her team noticed that the shape and flexibility of the spines make for a very efficient grooming tool for the cats. A regular hairbrush has straight spines, making it effective for grooming, but difficult to clean afterwards or remove the hair. But these spines and their flexibility in one direction very effectively detangle the hair. But when pressure is applied in the opposing direction, the spines fold down, making it easy for the hair to be removed from the comb. That's why cats get hairballs. Her team's plans further explore the spacing of these spines and its effect on friction, and think that this design could have broad-reaching applications, from an easy-to-clean hair comb to medical-grade wound-cleaning equipment. My question to you is, would you buy one of these large, soft, cat tongue brushes to brush your hair or your beard? I probably would. This has been your Nerd News for Wednesday the 30th. If you enjoyed the video, like it. If you're interested in hearing more of me, I'll be on here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the foreseeable future. Subscribe. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. If you have any further questions or are interested in any of the topics we covered, that'll all be in the show notes down below, as well as my social media. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, see what I post. The last thing I wanted to talk about is something near and dear to my heart that I started doing several years ago. It's called the 25 Beers of Beermas. Starting tomorrow, every day, I will try a new beer and post it on Instagram. I find it to be interesting to be able to try these new things. It starts getting difficult close to Christmas as you run out of the easier new beers to try. But if you would like to join in on my 25 Beers of Beermas, we're going to use the hashtag Beermas, and we're going to try something new. Join the community. Have some adventures in Beermas from tomorrow until Christmas Day. You can see my posts on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. But if you do post, share them with me. I've been John Norgrove of Nerd Jive. Stay nerdy.